Good afternoon. I welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the third Surana and Dr. M.S. Ramaiah National Tort Law Moot Court Competition and Judgment Writing Competition 2020. Ramaiah College of Law has had the pleasure of co-hosting the Surana and Dr. M.S. Ramaiah National Tort Law Moot Court Competition and Judgment Writing Competition with Surana International Attorneys since 2017, with the aim to promote interest among the law students in the area of tortious liability, since there is nothing like an exhaustive classification of torts, limiting the boundaries of judicial activism. With the ever-evolving field of torts, the evidence of its importance of the study is present in the growing number of litigation filed in courts pertaining to cases filed on negligence and defamation, among the rest. Students pursuing their Bachelor of Law course from various esteemed law schools across the country are invited to participate in this moot court competition. Under the prevailing circumstances because of COVID-19, the competition was rescheduled and conducted virtually, despite which 48 out of 50 initially registered teams participated in the online moot court. The moot court competition spanned over 3 days, beginning with a researcher's test on 28th of August 2020. The octa and quarterfinal rounds were conducted on 29th of August, out of which the 4 highest scoring teams went through to the semifinals and the highest 2 scoring teams qualified for the final rounds. Now, we are here to witness the valedictory ceremony of the third Surana and Dr. M.S. Ramaiah National Tort Law and Judgment Writing Competition 2020. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the guests for this event. Our chief guest for this afternoon is Honorable Justice Surendra Mohan, former Judge, High Court of Kerala. Our guest of honor is Professor A. David Ambrose, Head of Department of Legal Studies, University of Madras. I also welcome Ravichandran Sir, Head, Academic Initiatives, Surana International Attorneys, Professor Dr. Rose Verghese, Director of Academics, Ramaiah College of Law, Dr. V. Shyam Kishore, Principal, Ramaiah College of Law, members of the Federation of Mooters of Ramaiah College of Law, participants and students of Ramaiah College of Law. I request Professor Dr. Rose Verghese ma'am to introduce the guests.
Good evening. Good evening. Let me, at the outset, apologize for the technical glitches which we would have faced throughout the program. For the past 2 days, I understand there were no problems, but today, unfortunately, at the final round, we did face some problems. I apologize to the honorable guests. Well, while I'm proud of the moot court team, my colleagues and students, for organizing this moot court with meticulous planning, I should say, in collaboration with Surana International Attorneys. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our guests. I can't really call them guests. I find them part of the family because of the close association I've had with both our judges for the final round. Honorable Mr. Justice K. Surendra Mohan. I've known him from his days, LLM days at Cochin University. He was doing his LLM. I was also there. Look. Where he shows his commitment to the legal profession. When I invited him, he did not hesitate in giving his consent. Justice Surendra Mohan, as I said earlier, obtained his law degree from the University College of Law, Dharwad, Karnataka. I'm sure he's happy to be back here, though on an online basis. He took his master's in law from the School of Legal Studies, Cochin University of Science and Technology, as I said at the time when I was also there doing my LLM course. He enrolled as an advocate in 1980 in Kerala and started practicing in civil, criminal, and constitutional laws at Ernakulam. I remember the leading advocate Kuriakos, who was a leading lawyer in the High Court of Kerala when I was on memories, his father. Well, he was appointed as an additional judge of the High Court of 9 and was appointed as a permanent judge of the High Court of Kerala with effect from 15/12/2010. Justice Surendra Mohan retired from service on 1/3/2019. But we really cannot expect legal luminaries to people in the legal fraternity wanted him back. Presently, he is the president of the Kerala State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Well, I should mention there are a number of important judgments pronounced by him while he was a judge of the High Court of Kerala. One of the very significant initiatives taken by Justice Surendra Mohan was a letter written by him to the Chief Justice of the High Court of Kerala requesting suo motu action in the case of the infamous lynching case of a tribal youth, Madhu, in Kerala. Another case was that of Akhila's case decided by the division bench, including Justice Surendra Mohan, which nullified a marriage of a woman on a writ of habeas corpus filed by her father. This decision, as you all know, is a significant contribution to the concept of rescue jurisprudence. Well, there are many other judgments, but with paucity of time, I would just stop here by sharing with you the proud moment we have for having him with us in our midst. Though being, in a way, a sitting judge still, finding time to come and judge this moot court simply shows commitment to the legal fraternity and the legal profession. Let me welcome you from my side, Honorable Mr. Justice Surendra Mohan. About Professor David Ambrose, I cannot forget Dr. David Ambrose. He was my favorite resource person, if you remember, for the various seminars and symposia I organized on international humanitarian law, even more than a decade ago. Until recently, David Ambrose was the head of the Department of Legal Studies, University of Madras. He was the Dean Legal Affairs, University of Madras, and coordinator of the MHRD IPR chair. He has got more than a couple of decades of postgraduate teaching in law. He judged the finals of more than 100 moot court competitions. Have I exaggerated? Including the Indian national rounds of the prestigious Philip Jessup Moot Court, the UNHCR Moot Court, Afro-Asian Commonwealth, and the Stetson International Environmental Law Moot Competition. At this juncture, let me boast a little. I'm proud to say that my Ramaiah students were quarterfinalists and hence qualified to represent India at the Stetson Moot. Well, again, back to Dr. David Ambrose. In his long and illustrious career as a law teacher and researcher, he has the credit of having presented hundreds of research papers in national and international seminars. He has also published more than 50 articles. He was a rank holder in the ML examinations and has been a doctoral fellow at the Hague Academy of International Law, Netherlands. He's the recipient of several laurels I'm not going to mention because I will be taking more time, but I would say several laurels, including the Hague Academy, the doctoral scholarship at the Hague Academy of International Law. Pleasure, I introduce Professor Dr. David Ambrose to this prestigious occasion and gathering of bright legal scholars. At this juncture, I should also say that we are proud to have 48 participant teams, to have had the privilege of having two renowned experts to be in the jury, team of the jury. Now coming to the Surana and Surana team. Well, the Surana and Surana Moot Court team has been into this for how many decades, sir, I should say? Well, It was initiated by the founder of Surana and Surana International Attorneys, the P.S. Surana. I must share with you that the series of mooting competitions was made on the suggestion of Honorable Mr. Justice Krishnaya, of whom we all have fond memories, during the late 1980s. Justice Iyer spoke at length about the need to nurture young advocates with good advocacy skills. He was also concerned about the fact that bright young law graduates were joining the corporate sector and thereby depriving the bar of a steady flow of good talent. This is what I used to tell my students at Newell's and at Ramaiah, and when I was in Delhi, that I would like my students to turn out to be the leading lawyers of the country. For this, Mr. Surana had a plan. He planned a well-structured and transparent moot court competition platform for law students to develop skills in oral and written advocacy as well as legal research. Ramaiah College of Law is proud to collaborate with Surana and Surana International Attorneys in organizing this prestigious moot court competition. Dr. Ravichandran, who is representing the Surana team, is here with us today. I have known him or seen him since the days when I was the Dean at the Faculty of Law, Jamia Millia Islamia. I remember he was the one who meticulously planned every moot court or trial advocacy competition which they were organizing. Again, I had the opportunity to see him and his active presence at the trial advocacy competition at Newell's while I was the Vice Chancellor there. His commitment in promoting a series of such competitions all over the country, I should say, cannot be paralleled. Well, on this occasion, apart from introducing the guests, I must introduce my proud principal, our young, dynamic principal, Dr. Sham Kishore. We work as a team with a team of lovely law teachers, as you would have seen, Madam Asta, Ms. Ria, Somalata, Sangeeta. All of them have been working as a team with a group of students, and I should share with you that our success lies in our team spirit. For every occasion, we work as a team. On to the next item on the agenda. Once again, from my side, let me welcome and thank Honorable Mr. Justice Surendra Mohan and Dr. David Ambrose, who immediately responded to our invitation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I now invite Honorable Justice Surendra Mohan, sir, to kindly deliver the valedictory address. Sir, please.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me thank Dr. Rose Varghese for the kind words she had to say about me. Dr. Rose Varghese, Dr. David Ambrose, Dr. Sham Kishore, Dr. Ravichandran, the esteemed staff of this law college, participants of this competition, students, and all who are listening to me. A very good evening to all of you. It has been a wonderful experience, as far as I am concerned, having been part of this prestigious competition. It was a very good competition. The team that performed before us performed extremely well, and it was a very difficult task for us to choose the best team. The importance of moot courts as a tool to nurture talent that would be able to produce exemplary lawyers for our country cannot be emphasized. This is because the moot court is the method by which the students get a chance to think about hypothetical problems, to apply the law to such problems and to create arguments both for and against the proposition. The intercollegiate competitions provide a platform to the students to pit their talents against the talents of students from other colleges and to hold their talents to perfection. The Surana and Surana lawyers have been the pathbreakers in this process, organizing various competitions over the years. I remember to have had opportunity to be part of the judging process in their client counseling competition and some other competitions also in the past. So I appreciate their activities, and I hope that they would continue this in the future also. And the tort law is a very underdeveloped branch of law insofar as India is concerned. We do not have the tort cases, the type of tort cases that we see in the Western countries. Therefore, it is only appropriate that you have taken up this process of seeing that the tort law is also propagated. We hope that the tort law would develop in our country also and would provide a method of giving redress to people who suffer injuries from tortious acts. Well, it is wonderful that in spite of the restrictions posed by the coronavirus, you have been able to get such good response from teams to participate in this competition. There are 48 teams, I have been told. It's wonderful that so many teams have come forward, and it is wonderful that the students are taking an active role in participating in the competitions earnestly and with such meticulous preparations. I must also congratulate the teachers who are behind them, preparing them for the competitions, showing them the direction to take when they start trying to prepare on a hypothetical problem like the one that has been presented in this competition. Their guidance and their approach has created the memorials and the performance that we have seen before us today. So I appreciate the people who are behind the curtains, working strenuously and sincerely to prepare these students for such competitions. Well, the competitors, a word for you. You have all performed wonderfully well, and it is your participation that has made this competition such a resounding success. Without your participation, this competition would not have succeeded so well. What is important is participation and not winning alone. I must congratulate the winners. They have shown their mettle. Your preparations have borne fruit, and you have achieved the success for which you have been striving. I congratulate the winners. I also congratulate the losers. They are not losers. It is their presence, it is their performance that has spurred the winners to their success. Had it not been the presence of the competitors, the winners could not have got the glory that they have achieved now. It is the stiff competition posed by their other competitors that has egged them on and taken them to the heights to which they have been able to reach. Therefore, the winners should always remember that the persons who have not been successful are also an integral part of the competition and also an integral part of the success that they have achieved. to the people, the competitors who have not been able to win, don't be disheartened. You have participated. You have done your best. This is an opportunity when you will have to go through your performances, identify the spots where you are found wanting, rectify the defects, and to move forward with a resolution to achieve success in the next coming competition. You will certainly be able to obtain the success if you strive patiently and diligently. I wish all of you the best in life and in this profession. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Professor A. David Ambrose to kindly address the participants. Thank you, sir.
A very good evening to one and all. Justice Mr. A. Surendra Mohan, the chief guest of this valedictory function, as well as who judged the finals of this Moot Court competition. Dr. Rose Varghese, the director of MS Ramaiah College of Law. Shyam Kishore, Dr. Shyam Kishore, the principal of Ramaiah College of Law. And Dr. Ravichandran from Surana Surana and all Moot Court Society, all the faculty members and the volunteers and my students. I'm immensely delighted to be part of this valedictory address. First of all, let me thank the organizer for having given me a chance to judge the, after a long time, I have to refresh my torches, the knowledge of jurisprudence in Tort Law. So thanks, I thank the organizer for giving you an opportunity to share the platform with Honorable Justice also. So I'm very happy to be with you. The Moot Courts, I'm very happy that the MS Ramaiah College has taken up the subject matter of this Moot Court as what is called Tort Law. It is normally we study it in the first year in 3-year course or in the second year in the pre-law courses. But nevertheless, because of this particular Moot Court competition, students, at least I'm told that 48 teams have participated. At least 48 into 3 students would have been familiarized with the ingredients of negligence, voluntary not fit injuria, and also vis major, and also last opportunity rule, etc., etc. So the Moot Court gives the first one, the maiden attempt in the Moot Court competition, always will be cherished in your mind. Therefore, students who I congratulate all the 48 teams for having participated in the Moot Court competition. What we normally see is in the Moot Court competition, because I have judged almost most of the prestigious Moot Court competition. I have framed the syllabus. I have framed the Moot Court. I have organized several Moot Court competition. So master the facts first. Apply the relevant principles. So nowadays I'm not. The students are picking up the facts which are very favorable to them, but they are forgetting the other facts also. So they have to. Normally, I was also coach for the Moot Court team when I was teaching in Government Law College, Chennai. So normally we ask them to master the facts, then look for the issues and relevant rules and apply that. That is what this Moot Court is all about. And any ingenuity, because we don't see any persuasiveness, any ingenuity, so we could not allot marks. There is one column for this, anything, drawing analogy or finding similarity or whatever it is, drawing from other sources from other things, etc. And I don't know whether most of you studied Winfield and Jolwis with reference to the negligence and other things. My professor, Dr. Vijay, always insisted me that that I should study no other book except Winfield and Jolwis with reference to the negligence or other part. So and most of you, the students, have not cited Indian case laws. They have been citing the UK case laws. and maybe that shows that there's a dearth of Indian law, or they have not done enough research. I do not know which is true. There's a dearth of India. I don't think there is a dearth of Indian case law. Definitely, I think there are cut enough judgments dealing with these issues. But my humble thing is that they have not referred to the Indian cases. So these are the things you should keep in mind. Rightly, always I said, I also concur with the Honorable Justice also. There will be one winner in every moot court competition. First of all, let me congratulate the winner of this prestigious MS Ramaiah, Surana Surana MS Ramaiah moot court competition on Tort Law. But in a moot court competition, though there will be one winner, but nobody will be the loser. So this is one point we love. Normally, wherever I go, I tell. So you would have learned something. So what you missed it in the quarterfinals. I came up to quarterfinals. I because of this thing I missed it. So you are not there to. We are not going to write the judgments. We are there to award marks. So your attitude, the participants' attitude should be how to win 2 extra marks from the judge. So they should be able to very polite. They don't think that all the questions which we ask is just to corner you, but sometimes we also ask leading question. Honorable Justice also asked one leading question, and we also from that you should pick up. So we are whether we would like to know whether you are a quick learner or you're standing on your toes or whatever it is like this. But anyway, by and large, the wonderful moot court competition, 48 teams is very good. And except all the teams argued well, and once again I congratulate the Moot Society and MS Ramaiah College of Law for conducting this moot court competition in a successful manner. I thank I congratulate all the participants, and my special congratulations to the winners of this moot court competition. All the best to all the students and participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to request Ravichandran sir to declare the much awaited results of this moot court competition.
Thank you very much. A very good evening to all of you here. Honorable Mr. Justice Kuriakose Surendra Mohan, President of the Kerala State Consumer Forum, and Professor Dr. A. David Ambrose, HOD of Department of Legal Studies, University of Madras, my guru and my guide. I'm really particularly pleased about sharing any platform along with him. It's an honor, sir. Professor Dr. Rose Varghese, Director, MS Ramaiah College. Professor Sham Kishore, whom I have known since his student days. It's very nice to see him as a principal of MS Ramaiah College. And many of the faculty members here, I've met them as students in college, and it's really wonderful to see them, leading the students, coaching the students. It's a very pleasurable evening here. I'm very particularly pleased, you know about Surana and Surana. We are organizing moot court competition, almost 20 plus competitions every year. This year, there's a kind of a spanner put in the works, and nothing is happening. So I'm very particularly very pleased to hold this competition in the online mode. I was very skeptical in the beginning, but I saw that 48 teams responded. 50 teams actually submitted their memorials. 48 teams participated, taking that researcher test. It's a wonderful thing, and I must congratulate MS Ramaiah College and its team under the able guidance of Professor Rose Varghese and Sham Kishore to have taken up this task, immense task, and organizing this platform for the teams to present their arguments. Of course, out of the 48 teams, we had the initial selection to the memorials, which is very, very important. If you see in whole of India, about 25 to 30% of the moot court competition, almost some 200 competitions are happening now. At least 25% of the competitions, the initial selections are through memorials only, even the physical regular moots. So this is the only time we have, for the online version, we have chosen this. But our IIT Madras IPR moot is like this only. We choose 40-50 teams register. We select only 16 teams by way of memorials. And I'm also very proud to say that we have not compromised on any of the aspects of the moot, because we have conducted not only the memorial selection, but the researcher test was also held, and the judgment writing competition is also. So we have not compromised on any of the components which are an integral part of the moot court competition. So it is a very totally satisfying experience here. And initially when we were discussing about this, how to share the documents, how the compendium, because students have worked so much on that, but every method is found to incorporate such things. I was very pleased and very happy to see that the students were able to present their documents and upload it for the purview of the judges to review. So it is almost like an e-court happening, especially in these days when the high courts encourage e-court methods and then cases are done. It's a fantastic experience for the students who have participated to learn the rudiments not only of the presentation but also how the e-court model also, and they are in fact making themselves adept in this model also. So come what may, whatever be the stumbling blocks that come on the way, we will find out a way to go ahead with our plans and this thing. So this is a very valuable lesson for the students, not just the moot, but whatever be the stumbling block, we will go ahead. So that is what is very, very heartening. So I extend a very heartfelt thanks to MS Ramaiah and its team, ably supported by Professor Rose Varghese and Shyam Kishore. And I would like to mention the names Professor Sangeeta, Professor Asta, Somalata, Ria, and the volunteers Aishwarya, Nikhil, Rishika, Manoj, Kirtana, and all those people who have put up excellent work here. Thank you very much indeed. And now, without much ado, with the permission of Honorable Justice, I will declare the results. I will, as usual, I will go from the bottom up onwards. The first is the memorials. The fourth best memorial goes to Team 20, Amity Law School, Delhi. The third best memorial goes to Team 41, New Law College, Pune. The second best memorial goes to team number 7, University Law College, Bangalore.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. The best memorial has a cash reward of 10,000 rupees. And the certificates are given to all the participants as well as the various winners. So all these people who I'm reading, they'll get special certificates mentioning their performance here. So the best memorial carrying a cash award of 10,000 rupees goes to SDM Law College, Mangalore, team number 1. Now, the individual performances, the best student advocate awards based on the octa-final rounds, wherein the students presented online, because the other team were selected only by memorials and we could not take them into consideration here. Now the fourth best student advocate is Sai Madhumita of School of Excellence, team 36. The third best student advocate is Miss Ritu Ishwar of University Law College, Bangalore, Team 7. The second best student advocate, there is a tie here between Symbiosis Law College and Law Center 2 Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. Soham Sarkar and Milli Buddhiraja, they share the second best student advocate.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the best student advocate carries a cash award of 7,000 rupees, and it goes to Team 20, Amity Law School, Delhi, Abhilasha Bhatia.
Thank you, sir.
Abhilasha Bhatia. See, this shows that the Team 20, even though it had the best speaker in the octa-final rounds, winning a moot court is based on a teamwork. Both the teams should support and substitute the shortcomings of the other team member and give that kind of a support to win the competition. Now we'll go to the teamwork here. The next is team placed fourth is School of Excellence in Law, Shweta Suresh and Shai Madhumita Saravana. Team placed third is Team 34, Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur, Kushi Ashwal, Ishita Shukla and Ayush Yadav. The runner-up team now, I will tell the winners, because if I tell the runner, you will guess the winners. Let us announce the winners now. The winners carrying a cash award of 25,000 rupees goes to team number 7, University Law College, Bangalore.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Ritu Ishwar, Shilpa Gowda and Meghna.
Sir, actually,
now-
it's only Shilpa Ji, sir.
Shilpa Ji. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Shilpa Ji.
Yes. Thank
And
you.
the runners-up are, which carries a cash award of 15,000 rupees. They are team number 4, Tamil Nadu National Law University, Anu Soumya, Kaushalya, and Megha. So,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
and there is one award here for the best researcher, which is based on the test which they took online. It goes to Ankit Chauhan of Faculty of Law, Jamia Millia Islamia. Professor Rose Verghese must be feeling happy at somewhere in the bottom of her heart, because it is it's always the teacher's thing, Now, the best among the best speaker of finals is Ritu Ishwar of University Law College, Bangalore.
Thank you, sir.
So these are the awards, and all the certificates will be sent to you by post, by registered post, because already the certificates, in fact, for this competition in February that's supposed to have taken, I landed up in MS Ramaiah, but because the government did not give permission to hold the competition, I had some other work and then returned. So after so many 6 months now, we are holding it in online version. But don't worry, the certificates will be sent to you on register post, and to whatever the DD or the account transfer of the prize money also will be transferred to you. Accordingly, you may be in touch with the volunteers that are there in the rules and regulations. Now, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. I thank every one of you on behalf of Surana and Surana International Attorneys, Dr. P.S. Surana, Dr. Vinod Surana, Leelavati Surana, all of them, the entire family. I thank all of you for making this wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Vikar Ahmad, I have a special mention because he drafted the problem and briefed. Thank you very much. He has been drafting the problem continuously for all the Tort Law Moot. This is the 3rd year, and
thank you,
for
sir.
the first 2 versions also. And we are very, very pleased that we
I now
get
request Dr.
almost
V.
50, 60 teams.
Principal, Ramaiah College of Law, to deliver the vote of thanks. Apologies, sir. You can continue. So sorry, sir.
Ravichandran sir, you are making some point. I'll wait.
No. That's all.
No, he was mentioning, acknowledging the.
Sir, may I continue, sir?
Yes,
Sir?
I was acknowledging Vicar Ahmed's role. Contribution.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Justice K. Surendra Mohan, the former judge of High Court of Kerala and presently the President, Kerala State Consumer Redressal Commission. Professor Dr. David Ambrose, former HOD of the Department of Legal Studies, University of Madras, and more importantly, my teacher, my professor, my guide, Madam Director Academics, Madam Rose Verghese, Dr. Ravichandran, a dear friend and a senior colleague, and my team of faculty members, Vicar and his team as well. It's actually a very proud moment for me to propose a vote of thanks here. Proud not only because I lead a very wonderful team of people who spent a lot of time in trying to make this event a success, but also as a proud student, speaking before the likes of Professor David Ambrose, sitting in the midst, to stand before him as a student and deliver this vote of thanks is indeed a very proud moment. In fact, both Professor David Ambrose and Dr. Ravichandran have at certain points in time judged me in various moot court rounds as well when I was a participant. So it's indeed a very satisfying and gratifying moment for me to actually stand before them and propose this vote of thanks. I move straight away to the duty entrusted upon me. Honorable Justice K. Surendra Mohan, Lordship, this moot court competition could not have had a better judge. And given the problem that was framed, you were the right person to have with us. And it is a pity that we could not have had you in our campus this time around, but we will leave that to another day. And we will look forward to having you visiting us in our campus someday and delivering a lecture to our students as well. So on behalf of Ramaiah College of Law, I express my heartfelt gratitude for you having consented to judge the moot court finals and also deliver the valedictory address to the participants and the students. Ambrose sir, thank you so much. Professor Ambrose was supposed to initially inaugurate the competition, and I wanted to give the benefit of his lecture to the participants before they actually enter the competition. Because arguably, I doubt if there is another person in this country who must have judged more moot court finals than him. And in that sense, it's a proud fact for us that we had two of the best judges, therefore, possible for a problem and for this moot court competition. So I thank you, sir, for readily consenting to judge and also address the participants in the valedictory session. Dr. Ravichandran, as I said earlier, has been very closely associated with Ramaiah College of Law and in organizing this moot court competition. But our association, as I said, goes back many years before that. And we have, I've seen him as a judge in my moot court competition, and then we organized various moot court competitions, not only in Ramaiah College but elsewhere as well. And he has been a very strong pillar of support for Ramaiah College of Law in its pursuits. And my compliments to him and his team at Surana Surana International Attorneys for the academic initiatives that they have taken consistently. And they have not just stayed where they are, but they consistently seek to innovate and come up with different types of competitions. And for the benefit of Justice K. Surendra Mohan as well, sir, Along with this moot court competition, there is also something called the judgment writing competition, where teams also have to write judgment, which is being assessed by us. So there is also a judgment writing competition associated with this competition. Surana and Surana has come up with various initiatives, and as the academic head of the academic initiatives, a large chunk of that credit goes to Dr. Ravichandran. I would be failing in my duty if I don't recognize the efforts of the Federation of Mooters in the conduct of this competition. The Federation of Mooters is a collection of our alumni who have been active mooters during their student days in Ramaiah College of Law. Vikar Ahmed himself is from that Federation of Mooters, and we are proud to have the association with them. They are an example of what alumni can do to a college to pursue, to continue the academic pursuits and to help achieve the laurels which the college is getting. A large part of that credit goes to the Federation of Mooters. They, even when we have the physical sessions, they play a very crucial role right from drafting the moot court. Vikar, as was mentioned, was involved in the drafting of the moot courts. So he and his team of people are, we are very proud to associate and to claim that we have a very strong alumni who gives back to the college after they have gone on from graduating from this institution. So thank you, Vikar and your team once again. My faculty and my student volunteers, well, I cannot thank you enough, because we all know that this time a huge challenge was thrown upon us. We were almost on the eve of our competition. As Ravichandran sir was saying, he landed in Bangalore actually to arrange for the competition. And then we had to inform all the students that it will not be possible for us to conduct the event just a week before. So, and that threw a huge challenge to my faculty team as well. And we were thoroughly caught unawares, but they spent a lot of time trying to iron out these things. And to the participants as well, I know at the last minute, because of these unforeseen circumstances, we had to make certain changes to the rules, which meant that as Sir was mentioning, Ravichandran Sir was mentioning, we had to go through the memorials as a first screening process. And as every rule, there will always be hard cases, but I urge all teams to take heart from the fact that this was a well contested event, and be proud of the fact that you have participated in and associated with the Ramaiah Moot Court competition, and we look forward to your continued participation in future events as well. My congratulations to the winners and all the winners and the other teams as well. As Sir was mentioning, Ambrose Sir was mentioning, you all leave here as winners because we've all gained something out of this event. So my congratulations to them as well. Well, to thank Rose ma'am would be to thank oneself, because as she said, we're part of one team. But nevertheless, as the occasion demands, I formally place my gratitude to you also, ma'am, and to all the volunteers as well. So on that note, once again, I thank you all for your support, and may God bless us with all safety and help us to recover from the situation pretty sooner than later. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Congrats, Vikar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sign out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.